This is a trial and error situation. I want to say it could inspire you to express yourself. A gray house to be anything. Hi, hello, things. I want to say things. I want to express things. My name is Jen. And right now I went to my kitchen. I heard the sentence, I'm so afraid to make mistakes. I'm so afraid to do something wrong. And I also feel a little bit of tension in my chest. And another part of me just really surprised me. Because what I expressed out loud was, then let's do mistakes. Let's create a mess and learn from it and take the wisdom and try something else. And this is basically what I'm dealing with since a long time. The fear of making mistakes, the fear of missing out, the fear of loss. But I think one of my greatest companions is basically the fear of mistakes. This is not what I want to talk about. Actually, I felt like just recording for myself. First of all, this is what I do for myself. And hopefully one day I get to share it. Yeah, because there is so much inside of me, so many things that I feel like maybe could support someone else, or maybe there's someone outside there in the world that feels the same way or connects with what I have to share or what I want to share, what I'm feeling and thinking. Because in this modern world that we are in this society and in everything that we are basically living, even though there's a platform, even though there are many spaces where you can just, be yourself and share things, especially about spirituality or philosophical aspects, where it is about, self-development, the inner world, alchemy, personal development, being a human, being a soul, having a mind, all these things, even though I feel like there's a lot of space for me to experience that on a daily basis, it's still that small. Going out on the street, taking the bus, taking the public transport, and you don't know how people think. You don't know how they feel. You have no idea what is really going on inside of their minds. And me kind of having my own inner world and own understanding of what is going on inside of me and, on the outside of me. I wouldn't say I'm lonely, but it feels... Today I had an appointment. On my way there, I looked at the scenery. Like, there were old trees, buildings, like red stone buildings, and you had like some plants grew on the outside. Please forgive me, sometimes I really lack English words because I'm German. Even though I can speak English, sometimes I just don't know how to say it, how to express myself with the right words. So I'm just trying to describe it as good as I can because I don't know the word right now. Is it facet? Like the outside of the building, and you could see how the plants, the roots were growing on the outside of this building at the wall. And then there were trees, and you could see all those different departments, based in the buildings. And I just felt like I was listening to some classic music because somehow it really resonates with me at the moment. And I was listening to this music, walking towards my appointment, watching those buildings, the people, the trees, and everything, kind of, I wouldn't say interacting with each other, because it wasn't really an interaction. It was more like, I just wondered about humanity. I just wondered about humans. Like, we have created all those things. We have all those genius people in the world. We had those geniuses in the world who created theories and buildings and technology and medicine and, I don't know, like movies, like in the creative scene, but also in the scientific area, in the technology area, in the mechanical area. We have engineers, like also like people in the chemical, physical area who created theories. They were always there, like those pioneers. And based on their genius mind, and maybe based on their consciousness, their level of consciousness, we have a world as we have it. We have the craziest technology at the moment. Like we see, and I was born in 86, so I experienced the time before this technology. I mean, some people born in the beginning of the 20th century, for them it must be even more crazy. But for me, like knowing the time growing up without a computer and without a phone, and then having all the other stuff. So I was just wondering, we have all this stuff. We have all these crazy ideas that are manifested. We have all this, it's like abundance. And yet there's this, I wouldn't say sadness, but there's this emptiness. There's a certain level of void. You know, I'm just wondering about humans, and I am a part of it, how we lost the connection to everything that has been created. What I mean is that everything that we see, it was an idea before. Everything that we see in this material world has been an idea once. And it was in the dream or in the mind of a person. It was an image not born yet. And now we have all that, and there are still images and dreams being born. And still it feels like, I feel like things are just pulling apart somehow. We lose touch. And I don't mean touch based on attachment to the material world, because we definitely have that. We are attached. We are so attached. What I feel, everything that we see on the outside world has the potential to inspire. Everything we see on the outside of ourselves has the potential to inspire. And inspire, it's like turning on the light or creating a spark that leads to using your own energy, using your own creative energy to create something. Or inspire a spark of being you, a spark of exploring yourself, a spark of whatever. And this can be everything. I mean, it could literally be a gray house with no beautiful anything, whatever you call beautiful, like just an empty house. It could inspire you to be you. It could inspire you to express yourself. It could inspire you to do, like, to be anything. And this is what I really think is interesting, because this happens to me all the time. I mean, I just look out on my balcony through the window right now and I see this plant that is dry, that's totally dry. It died off. Like in this whole area, having this dry lavender coming forth, it has its purpose. I think you get where I want to be, where I want to go.